everyone. So today I am recording from Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm on vacation and I told myself I was going to start reading the Law of One raw material again, and I have, and I just wanted to record this real quick. So this morning I was reading 16.21 and the questioner asked, can you give me some kind of history of your social memory complex and how you became aware of the Law of One? Ra says, I am Ra. The path of our learning is graven in the present moment. There is no history as we understand your concept. Picture, if you will, a circle of being. This circle of being really reminds me of this circle. I don't know why. I think right away I thought of the magician and the circle he holds, and he holds it like this, right? In his three hands. I don't know, like fingers and a thumb. I don't know if that's significant or if that's powerful. I know it is a mudra when you do this. I know that. So this magician is the matrix of the mind complex in itself, okay? And I don't know if this means anything, but I haven't put it together yet. I was just really fascinated by this, and I'll show you why, because there's more. So he says that picture, if you will, a circle of being. We know the alpha and omega of infinite intelligence. The circle never ceases. The alpha and omega, I don't know why I'm drawn to transformation of the mind complex. The alpha and the omega. Maybe these two women here are the alpha and omega, and this in the middle, you know, when the alpha and omega have I call it the chi. It's alpha, chi, omega. Chi is what brings the alpha and omega balance in the middle, I think. I could totally be making this up. I don't know. That's what's come to me. And I feel like this guy here, see how he's crisscrossing his arms like this? They make a triangle. I almost feel like that is the chi. This is the chi energy. So we've got the alpha. Imagine if you just watch this, the arrow here, okay? So if we start from here, we have the alpha, and then it goes into the chi, and then we have the omega. It goes back into the chi, alpha, and omega. It's infinite. So possibly, I don't know what it just reminds me basically of the transformation of the mind complex. Okay, so he says the circle never ceases. It is present. The densities, so let's go back here. We know the alpha and omega as infinite intelligence. The circle never ceases. It is present. The densities we have traversed at various points in the circle correspond to the characteristics of cycles. Okay. The circle never ceases. It is infinite. What we have traversed corresponds to all of these different densities, but the circle never ceases. We may have our alpha and omega here, but this circle is what's traversed all of these densities here. So 7. All right, so let's go back to here. We have traversed at various points in the circle. The circle never ceases. It is present. The densities we traversed at various points in the circle correspond to the characteristics of cycles. Oh my God. So maybe it is this circle, which never ceases, is the one that is corresponding to all of these different cycles. And if you think of a cell, so it's corresponding, this circle here needs, we've talked about this plenty of times, the potentiator to activate it. It definitely needs the yin energy for activation, but it is this single circle, that is what you are, and that is transforming and traversing to all of these different cycles, to the second density, third density, fourth density, fifth, sixth, and seventh. The circle never ceases. It is present. This is key. It's present. The circle is present. And what did Ra says? I am Ra. The path of our learning is graven in the present moment. The circle never ceases. It is present. The densities we have traversed at various points in the circle correspond to the characteristics of cycle. First, the cycle of awareness. What have we talked about? This matrix, the mind complex of the matrix, awareness. Body complex of the matrix, awareness. Spirit complex, the devil of the matrix, first density, awareness. First, the cycle of awareness. Second is the cycle of growth. Second, right here, the potentiator is the cycle of growth. So the cycle of growth in the mind complex, it's growth and movement. In the mind complex of the potentiator, high priestess. Body complex of the potentiator, hermit. Spirit complex of the potentiator is the tower card. This is growth and movement, the second cycle of this circle. You're this circle, and this was your second cycle. Your third cycle is self-awareness. That's the catalyst. This is here, third density. The third is the cycle of self-awareness. Your whole point in this life is to become self. You make the choice. So the choice is the Fool card, or the choice card as Ra calls it, which in modern tarot it's the Fool card. I don't have it on here, but I'm gonna download it on this website for you guys to look at. So the catalyst, third density, is self-awareness, and the point of this density is to come back to this circle, to the present moment, like Ra is. Ra is the present moment, and so are you. We have to go through this catalyst, though, of the mind complex, which is the Empress, the body complex, which is the Wheel of Fortune, or maybe it's the Wheel of Chakras, or maybe it's the Wheel of Karma, or maybe it's the Wheel of Choices, and then the Spirit complex, which is the Faith card. The fourth cycle is the cycle of love and understanding. So here, the experience is the fourth cycle for this circle, for you to transform into love and understanding, which is the experience. It's fourth density. It's the heart chakra. The mind complex of the experience is the Emperor of love and understanding. And the body complex is the Strength card. The spirit complex of the experience is the Moon card. Now, I just want to make a point here. I'm saying that for self-awareness, we need love and understanding. I'm not saying that you need to understand what other people are doing to you. You don't need to understand, because when you begin to understand, you begin to judge. But what you do need to do is you need to come to a place of love and understanding. Not understand other people, understand why other people are doing what they're doing and putting your own spin on it or perspective, but it's understanding. It's coming to an understanding that it's okay. This is their perspective. This is where they are right now in their vibration, and you just come to an understanding through love in this experience with no judgment. This is the Strength card. This is her, and this happens through the body complex, because the body complex constantly wants to react, but when you use the Strength card, you start to control your own emotions and your own hormones. This is the density of emotion. You begin to you can do it through yoga, when you start detoxing your organs by doing specific poses, but specifically what you begin to do is you begin to have this emotional control over your own yin yang. You come to this middle chi energy that we just spoke about, alpha chi omega. You come to this middle ground, but it happens through your organs. That's what I think. So that's fourth density, love or understanding. Fifth is the cycle of light or wisdom. So fifth density is the significator. The significator is light or wisdom. This, I believe, is your I am, and for the significator we need light, cycle of light or wisdom. So the cycle of light or wisdom is going to come through the mind complex, the Hierophant. The body complex is the Hangman, complete surrender. You just let it go. You know who writes the best, in my opinion, on letting it go, and the Hangman? You really want to learn what the Hangman is? Go by Dr. David. No, is it David? It'll come to me. I have all his books at home. What's his name? He passed away. You know what? I'll link it below. Go read his books if you really want to learn how to let it go. He's the one, David Hawkins. He's the one that created the numbers of like the vibration of fear, the vibration of grief, the vibration of loss. Hawkins, I think it's David Hawkins. I will link it below. And then for the spirit complex, for the significator, it is the Sun card. So that is the cycle of light or wisdom. Then we have the sixth, which is the cycle of light, love, light. So by the time we get to the sixth, right here, the transformation, it is complete love and light. Do you see? We're not putting any understanding to it anymore. The understanding, once our perspective expands, so does our vibration, and the vibration begins to spill into the significant self. And once you go through this cycle of wisdom and light, this spills into more light. You expand your light again, but this time you're expanding your light into true love, that energy of that true vibration of love. So thank you, Mom. So, which is then going to take you into unity, which is, okay, so the gateway, here we go. The seventh cycle, which is unity, the gateway cycle, right here. So the great way, so once you expand in light, expand in vibration from the root, so let's say this is the wheel of chakra because you've made the choice of self-awareness through understanding, by looking at expanding perspective basically, and not contraction, which is judgment. Once you've done that, then you get to move forward into the significant self, which expands that light more so, which then brings you into, I believe, sacred geometry. You become in balance with the yin yang, the alpha omega. You become the chi through the triangle, and the triangle, once again, it's that sacred symbol of, I believe, of like unity, where it all started. Well, it started with a circle. I want to say something about it, but I don't know what. It's not coming to me for some reason. I think because I'm sitting in a public place, so I'm kind of like blocking myself a little bit. But anyways, so this is light and love. This experience, fourth density, is love and understanding, and transformation is your true love, light, love, and I believe it's sacred geometry. I really do. And sacred geometry, like the flower of life, constantly creating the fruit of life, right? It's always transforming. It's always giving. The cells in your body are dying, but new ones are always there. There's like a death process, which gives you regeneration, new cells with new water, new ideas, new energies, new awareness, new wonder. It's a wondrous world, right? And then the eighth, the octave, which moves into a mastery we do not plumb. I don't know how long this vlog was, but I'm going to do more of these because I'm on vacation for almost a month, and my goal is just to do little vlogs like this. And I actually want to compare, there's a vlog that Mateus Di Stefano wrote. I did the first part it's on history, and it talks about the history of how Earth was created, and Ra does that in one of the books. I don't know which one. If you do you mind linking that? Because I'd like to do a comparison between what Mateus Di Stefano's higher self is saying and what Ra is saying on how Earth was developed, but I just need to find the content. That's all. I love you guys so much. I hope that helped. I will link David. I will link what I said I was going to link. And I'll also, if you want to purchase my Law of One workbook, I'll link that on there too. I love you guys. I hope this helps. I really enjoyed doing this, actually. Love you guys. From Honolulu, Hawaii. Bye.